Hey there guys, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I had a real enjoyable weekend. I just laid around and watched a lot of football and enjoyed this fall weather, so I've got no complaints. But ready for Monday, ready for a new week and see what that's going to bring. So today I want to continue with that with my Raw Food Diet Beginner series, and we're going to talk about raw till dinner. Guys, I do videos every day, so if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you go down there and hit that subscribe button now. Then be sure you click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. I think I've done a couple of videos on this. I did one on breakfast a couple of weeks ago, and I did one last week on transition. All this is just kind of putting pieces together. You put a piece here, you get this piece working right over here, then you get this piece working right over here, you put them together, and you start getting more and more towards raw. It's like a progression. And I like progressions. I like doing things step by step, little by little, making sure you get there. Today, what we're basically to get raw till dinner, not that hard no matter where you are right now. It's all about keeping yourself satisfied and satiated with your food. So we're just going to build on what I've talked about in that first video. I'll try to remember to link it up here. But if I don't, you can find it. It's just from a couple of weeks ago. Now, what I suggested in that was that you start off the day strong. I like a good big breakfast. And let's take out all the whatever of intermittent fasting and I don't eat till 12 o'clock, whatever. This is for beginners. This is for getting there. You can figure all that advanced stuff, the next level stuff, once you get there. I'll stop for a second. That's the problem with too many people in this raw food thing. They're trying to jump steps. They're trying to do things they're not ready for because the ego's taking them there and they can't do it. But they won't even like adjust their plan. So do it step by step. Basically, getting to raw to dinner is going to involve 2 meals and 2 snacks, or however you want to call it. I don't really consider when I eat something like a proper meal, but I guess when I say a meal is I'm talking of a bigger feeding when you're taking in a lot of calories, and then the snacks kind of fill in between to just kind of keep you from getting too hungry. So breakfast, very first thing. Well, number one, get yourself some hydration in the morning, whether you make some juice, whether you're drinking water. If you're in a location where you can get high water content fruit right now, like the mangoes or watermelons or whatever, that's great. We're going into cooler weather and I'm not seeing many mangoes anymore, and the watermelons disappeared a while back. But hydrate. Next step is you want to get a big breakfast, a very big breakfast. Now, for the longest time, I ate ice cream for breakfast. You can eat, you get 8, 9, 10 bananas worth of ice cream. That's about 1,000 calories. And 1,000 calories is going to satisfy you and keep you going. So if you get up, you hydrate yourself, you eat a big breakfast. Maybe the ice cream's not for you. That's just an example. I do recommend fruit first thing. I do recommend fruit in the morning, but try to get that initial big meal in. Whether you make a smoothie, whether you eat fresh fruit, or whether you eat ice cream. But try to shoot for, depending on your size, try to shoot for a good bit of calories that are going to, keep you going, depending on whether you're going to work, whether you got to run around, take the kids to school or whatever. So bang it out. Get something in your stomach early like that. Next thing you need to do is have yourself a snack planned. Have the food ready. Don't leave it to chance. Don't say, yes, I'll pick something up away from the house or this or that. Have a snack ready for yourself. And even if you're not super hungry, I'd like to see you kind of eat in between. In between what's going to be maybe your breakfast and your lunch. Even if it's just 2 or 3 bananas, eat those. They might keep you from, getting that mid-morning lull and thinking, okay, well, because that hungry brain is dangerous, especially in the beginning, because if you let that brain rattle around too long without satisfying it when you're a beginner, it'll make bad choices. And if you're in an office or wherever you are, you might, get something from the vending machines, go through the fast food lines, whatever. So eat a big breakfast, have yourself a snack, whatever's mid-morning for you, 10-ish, 10:30, 11-ish. Then you have a lunch. Now, I don't know. It depends on where you are, how much you really like this food. Some people have to, you know, kind of do this for a while before they get an appreciation of the smoothies and the salads and all this. Smoothie's a great way to just bang out some more calories. Another big smoothie with me using 8 or 9 bananas. If you use bananas, that's a good way to keep up with your calories a little bit. But whatever, have that second meal, middle of the day meal, and eat plenty. Eat until you're satisfied. And you know what? Maybe if you can eat fruit again for lunch. As I said, you can have a smoothie for lunch. If you don't want to stick with the fruit all day, I normally stick with fruit, and then if I'm going to have a salad, I have it in the evening. But you're just trying to stay raw till dinner right now. Remember, that's your only objective. So if if the fruit all during the day is too much for you, if you need something to mix it up, have yourself a big salad middle of the day. And I'm not talking, one of these little dinner salads that they bring you in a restaurant when you get there. I'm talking about a salad. Get yourself something that's good and filling in there. Maybe if you want to get some healthy fat in there, maybe sprinkle some hemp seeds on there. You can cut up some avocado in there. But make sure, just like your breakfast, that it's big enough that it's going to keep you going for quite a while. I was going to say it's going to keep you going for dinner, but you're going to do the same thing you did mid-morning, mid-afternoon. So you've banged out that big meal middle of the day. And here's something else too. If maybe you're going to work, maybe you have things to do in the afternoon. When you bang out this big meal, you're not going to lose energy. I remember years past, working and going somewhere for lunch, and you just ate, something big, and you had no energy for the afternoon. Here, you're going to eat a lot of food, and you're going to have energy all day. So go big for lunch. Either make it, like I say, eat more fruit, make yourself a smoothie. Big green smoothie would be good. We're doing the 30-day green smoothie challenge. You need to be getting one in every day. Big green smoothie would be good. If you're making a smoothie for lunch, I highly recommend put your fruit in there, put your greens in there, put some chia seeds or some hemp seeds in there. That gives it a little bit more stick to you like that, but eat a big lunch. All right, you've had your big breakfast, you've had your morning snack, you made it to lunch. Okay, and now you've eaten your lunch. Boom, you're good. You're already raw until about 2 or 3 o'clock. When those hunger pangs settle in, kind of like mid-morning, even if it's not real hunger, and it probably won't be if you ate plenty of food, but even, you just need something to eat. You carry that afternoon snack with you. Be sure you have it with you. Like I say, don't leave, if you're new and you have problems with this, you do everything you need to do to make this lifestyle work for you. So have that snack ready. Big breakfast, snack. Big middle of the day, snack. Boom, before you know it, you're home from work, or either it's the end of the day, you've picked up the kids, you've done everything you've done, and it comes to dinner. At dinner, do whatever for dinner. Now, when I say do whatever, don't go nuts. I mean, it doesn't do you good to do all this good for your body during the day, and then, just backslide and eat something horrible for dinner. But if you're not trying to be fully raw yet, and if you're not at that point, have a nice cooked dinner. Have a nice, try to keep it clean. Try to keep it, I'll talk about this in the next on the beginner series, but eat some clean fuel, like some sweet potatoes. A couple of weeks ago, I like sweet potatoes. As far as getting away from fruit, I really like the sweet potatoes. About a week and a half ago, I got kind of into a glut. Not a glut, I didn't have any ripe bananas. I had kind of I was at a awkward place with my ripening. I had plenty of bananas, but I didn't have enough ripe ones for that day. I was only eating bananas, so I kind of wanted to keep that same mono one thing going. So I had a meal one evening that was just sweet potatoes, and it digested. I didn't feel any difference from when I was doing the bananas. Eat something good like that at night. I totally recommend, if you're still eating cooked, get those sweet potatoes, man. I totally recommend sweet potatoes for the people still eating cooked, but eat yourself, or you could, if you had fruit all throughout the day, you could have a big salad at night and maybe a little something cooked on the side. But nighttime, we won't get into that yet. It's step by step, putting these pieces together. I tell you, if you will put a little planning into this, and those snacks, I'll go back one more time on that. Don't leave your mid-morning and your mid-afternoon snack to chance. Have something planned. Have something planned. Because I guarantee you, if you don't, you're going to get yourself in a situation where you're hungry and you're kind of freaking out, and the brain maybe doesn't make such a good choice. So anyhow, I just like to throw these little practical tips out there. I know it's so stupid simple, but stupid simple works sometimes. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.